Hey everybody, what's going on? Come on in, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in. Do, 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 do. How's everybody doing tonight? Y'all tap the screen, share the live. Ooh. Hey Booker John, how you doing? Happy Wednesday night. I work too much. Sometimes I can't remember which day of the week it is. They just all start rolling together. It's like, geez Louise. Hey, Miss Incredible Shoutique. Like, hey, is it Traymar 6865? Or is it Amar? I see TRAAMAR. Tell me how to pronounce your name, honey pie. Hey, Art Diggs, what's going on, love? Thank you for the heart me. Hey, Charla. Y'all come on in, tap the screen, share the live, tap the screen, share the live. We're going to get into script structure tonight, and then we're probably going to do some more. This is how y'all remember I was going back and forth. I was like, I'm not sure which way we should get started with this. And so I decided script structure is first, and then we're going to break down the pieces to the script structure day by day so we can get through like content creation, and more specifically, content that's going to get you more followers and content that's going to help you make money. So y'all know the drill. Y'all know I had got my little account taken down, honey. So my notifications are not going out. Art Diggs, thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. Traymar, okay, Traymar, thank you so much. I appreciate that, baby. I had your name all wrong, didn't I? I was like Tay. I was like Trey Mar, Trey Amar. Y'all, if I ever mispronounce your name, please just give me the pronunciation key inside of the chat. I promise I'm not messing it up on purpose. Just sometimes I can't tell, especially when it's a handle name and there's like no underscores. I'm just saying all of the letters all at one time, and I don't know what's going on. Okay. On YouTube, sorry about the little cord down here. So I dropped my iPad mini, y'all. And we still, I think we're supposed to get more ice, but the sun came out today and it got over freezing and the wind was blowing. So I think tomorrow I'll be able to go to the store and they'll be open. So I have one of those accounts with Best Buy, like when you drop your device, they'll replace your screen and stuff. So hopefully they can do it the same day and we'll have better camera quality, because right now I'm on the camera from the laptop and it just is not as nice as the other one. So I'm sorry, it's a little fuzzy, it's a little grainy. Y'all please accept my apologies, okay? But I felt like it was better to do it on this than to not at all, okay? Peace and blessings to you as well, Nubian. Okay, y'all. So everybody give me housekeeping. Let me see that in the comments. Housekeeping. Put it in the chat. Charlotte, thank you so much for sharing the live, baby doll. Kofi, hi. You said I look great. Thank you, Essence. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Wait, let me show y'all something. This has nothing to do with anything. While y'all are putting housekeeping in the chat, look at what I found on TikTok Shop, y'all. And I love these. I'm obsessed. Like, they have changed my life. I'm not even being dramatic. And hopefully I can get it figured out tonight or tomorrow morning. I'm trying to figure out with my TikTok shop. I know they have the links so we can share it to other platforms now, but I'm really trying to, I may just have to rebuild my showcase, but I really would just rather link my showcase to my tree so that people, can touch it, because y'all ask me about stuff like the lashes or like the nail glue or lip gloss or something like that. And if I just could link it to my tree, then everybody could get to it, but not the necklace. The necklace didn't come from TikTok shop. The necklace came from my jeweler. But y'all know I wear my little clackers, okay? Look at this. It's a magnetic clasp and it's cute. So the pack I got comes in gold. Well, you can get all gold or you can get all silver, but I got a pack that's a half and half. Isn't this the best thing ever? Y'all have no idea, okay? And even if you don't have long nails, maybe there's somebody in your life and they have like arthritis, or maybe they're older and they don't have as much dexterity as they used to have. There could be a multitude of reasons why somebody would need these, or maybe you got a kid, you know what I'm saying, and you want to help them be more independent so they can put on their own little jewelry or something. But these are fantastic, y'all, and they're on a flash sale right now. I think they're normally like $22 or $23 or something, and it's only $8 if you get the, it's $8 if you get the 6 silver, 6 gold. So it's like less than $1 for one of the extensions. But Essence, I love it too. It's amazing. Nubian, thank you for the hey guy. Hey, Miss Incredible, thank you for the housekeeping. Okay, housekeeping number one. The New Year, New You conference that I was supposed to be speaking at this past weekend. Y'all know, though, we had the storm, so they had to reschedule. They rescheduled the conference to the 15th of February. Okay. So, I mean, if you don't have a Valentine, come and kick it with me. All right. Not just me. There's several other speakers, instructors there. Everything you need to do, especially if you're an author, you really, really need to be at this conference. Okay. And if you're looking to get more speaking engagements and media and stuff like that in 2026, you should come to this conference. All right. So when you go to my bio, okay, you'll see the information there. Housekeeping number 2, which is very, very important. Okay, so y'all were asking me when was I going to do another? What city? Atlanta. We'll be in Atlanta. I'm thinking about trying to put something together on the 14th, since it'd be a travel day for me. I'm like, maybe I can get into town a day early, and maybe we can do like a small dinner, or like y'all haven't done an intensive like a dinner drinks discussion in a long time, and y'all know this when I do individual analysis for all the clients that show up, and we have dinner and take pictures and have a good time. So maybe we'll do something for the 14th. I have to book my hotel accommodations and see where I'm going to be staying, and if they're going to have room enough for me to be able to host a dinner. And then since I'm driving, I probably can bring some, decor and like cook it up and make it a vibe. So I'm going to see what's going on with that. I will let you guys know very quickly, expeditiously, because that needs to be done. Now, something that you guys did ask me about that we absolutely 100% know is coming is a content creator workshop. Y'all know the workshops sell out every single time we do the content creator workshops. The workshops are 3 days long. It's 4 hours each day for the workshop. Okay, so if you're trying to get into the content creator workshop, when you go check when you go tap in over there, you'll see it. It's the first or the second purple button. Okay. Again, this is a 3-day workshop. You can go to the info page. You can see the VIP option and you can see the regular option. Either way. Hey, Tree, what's going on, honey pie? Tree, you didn't email me back, girl. I was sad. You didn't email me back, Tree. I was sad. But I know life happens, honey. And I know everybody was like storm prepping and stuff like that too this past week. So anyway, but when you get time, get to me, boo. Glorious Locks. Hey, boo. Hey. Now, what was I telling y'all? Content creation workshop. Okay, there's a VIP version and there's the regular version. Either way, early bird pricing is from now until Saturday night. Okay, you need to get the early bird price in because it's literally a third of the regular price. Okay, and I only have room for 25 people at the content creation workshop. Also, remember, this is 3 days. So it will be that Friday, which is the 27th of February, Saturday, the 28th of February, and Sunday, March 1st. Is going to be 4 hours each day. We're going to put together your marketing models for Q1 and Q2. So you have both of them. We also are going to be going through hold on, let me just tell y'all everything before I miss everything, because on the page I actually already have it divided out by each day, because I know a lot of people like to know what we're doing each day. So yeah. Okay, let me scroll down to the bottom. So your day one, we're going to be covering how to create a recognizable brand look, because I've been, stocking and chicken hawking on y'all's pages, and a lot of y'all don't have a distinct brand look. We're going to be talking about your visual aesthetics and how you can get them fast so you can create copious amounts of content like at one time instead of being stressed out about it. We are going to be talking about aligning your aesthetic with your audience and your offers and actually your lifestyle. Like, what can you actually keep up with? I've seen people try and create a specific aesthetic, and because it's not really what you're doing on a day-to-day, it's really challenging. It's hard for you to keep up with it and you fail. Okay. We are also going to I told y'all the marketing models. Then the second day, we're going to go for short form content, and I'm going to give you guys content maps. I'm going to show you how to get your angles, and we're actually going to record content. And we're going to do, y'all know, I'll tell y'all about the 2-1 method with the 7-second clips. Yeah, we're going to get those loaded up so you have a whole month of those, so you don't even have to think about it. All you have to do is copy and paste. So we're going to do the actual content, the descriptions, the hashtags, the whole shebang. We're also going to go through cash generating content, your sales content, and we're going to start talking about that a little bit tonight. It's very, very different than your content that you use to actually grow your account, and so you're going to create some pieces of that, so you have that as well. And then for those of you that are nervous about camming up and getting over your fear of that, I'm going to show y'all how to do that. And of course, we're going to do some faceless content too. Then day 3, we're going to go for, I'm going to show you guys how to batch your content without getting burnt out. And I'm going to show you guys a trick that I do like in the morning on days that I know I want to produce a lot of content. I'm going to show y'all a little trick that I use to do that, and you're going to do it so you can have a lot of content too. We're going to create our first series. Y'all know I've told y'all how series are very important to generating leads and sales online. So we're going to be doing that on day 3. We're going to also turn your content into like a respectable growth system, so that way you know how to hit the pavement running. And as a bonus, I'm going to show you guys how to repurpose your older content, so that way you're not always like struggling to create new pieces. Okay. Oh no, this is all inside of the workshop. So when you go to my, you'll see it in the top. It's the first purple button. Hold on, let me make sure it's up there, because sometimes I'll think something is in there and it's not in there. Oh no, it's in there. Okay. So yeah. So when you go, you'll be able to see it, and it's 3 days. So you get all of this. This is not independent. We'll be together Friday on February 27th, Saturday, February 28th, and Sunday, March 1st. And it says 4 hours, but it really could be somewhere in between 4 to 6 hours. Just, it happens like that sometimes. Okay. If I feel like I need to keep y'all over, I will keep y'all over. Long story long, for the training. But anyway, yeah, that's it. So register for the content camp. Again, only have 25 seats, because as y'all see, we're going to be doing a lot, and it is a workshop, so you're going to be required to show me your work. Okay. This is not a lecture where you come and sit and listen. Like, I'm going to show you guys a skill, and I'm going to expect you to do it. Okay, that's how this works. February 27th through March 1st. So y'all go over and register for that. Y'all have been asking me when was I going to do another content workshop, and y'all know all the stuff I had going on last year with mama. I just didn't have time. So this is the first one. This is the first content workshop, because I didn't do one at all last year. So this will be the first one since 2024. So yeah. And everybody that's been before know that they're a lot of fun, and they know that they leave with a lot of stuff. And so we really can get into the nitty gritty on the backside. Okay. Now, if you decide to get the VIP option for the workshop, that also comes with an analysis. And I'm putting together a custom lunch plan for any of you guys that do the VIP option. And I think I only can do 5 of those. And if you're going to be VIP, please try and book it as soon as possible, because the more time I have to study you and study your audience, the better lunch plan I can give you that will actually work. Okay. And I would, in an ideal world, I would like to get your lunch plans to you before we actually get to the workshop at the end of February, because you can actually create content that's going to correlate with your lunch. Does that make sense? So, I mean, if you book it, like, let's say you're like, oh, I want to be VIP, and you book it 3 days before the workshop, I clearly can't give you your lunch strategy until after. It takes me about 2 weeks to come up with a strategy for my clients when we're doing a lunch plan. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And if any of you guys are trying to get into the 8-week sales training boot camp, that starts next week on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday. Okay. And if you're going to get in there, I only have one spot left. So, do what you need to do. VIP skills on training 3-day. Yep. That's right, Essence. You got it. Thank you for the notes. Okay. Now, next thing I need everybody to do is give me a money bag emoji. Money, money, money bags. Hey, hey. Money, money, money bags. Give me the money bag emoji. Because what we're about to be talking about tonight is script structure. And some of y'all don't think that is important, but it's extremely important. Okay. It's more important than you would ever believe. Okay. Essence, thank you so much for taking notes for me tonight. I appreciate you so much, doll. Very, very much. Okay. And if I could get everybody to share with one person, if you don't want to share, just copy the link and pretend like you're going to share. And that'll work too. Now, I got some good news for you before we get into script structure, because I absolutely 100% am expecting y'all to take the information that we're learning tonight and use this tomorrow. Like in the morning when you wake up. Like I'm not even joking. Okay. So I know. And if you're on Instagram, y'all, I'm down. I don't know if y'all just came in. If you're on Instagram and you're trying to ask me a question or a comment, please come to YouTube or TikTok tonight. I don't have my other screen that I normally use to record with. I dropped my iPad mini and I broke it. And we still got ice on the roads, but tomorrow it should be clear enough that I can go, to Best Buy and get my screen replaced and stuff, and I should be in good shape. Okay. Anyway, and thank you very much. Glorious Locks, thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate that very, very much. Okay. Now, let's talk about what's going on. And there's an opportunity that a lot of y'all are missing. And it's kind of driving me nuts that all of these people that are growth strategists and people that are like, oh, I give you the tea and I help you out, grow your page, yada, yada, yada. None of them are giving you this information right now. And it's stressing me out. Okay. You have a tremendous opportunity on TikTok right now. I know some of y'all y'all don't want to hear it. Shout out to, and y'all, I did make my Upscrolled account. I haven't put anything on the page yet, but I did make my account. So hopefully I have it finished set up by tomorrow. But okay, right now on TikTok, y'all know that the official handover between TikTok and Oracle has happened in this US board. Okay. Y'all know that the algorithm has been torn to smithereens. The app has been very, very glitchy. Y'all know that Oracle came out and they were like, oh, we had a power outage on one of our servers and this is what's causing the problem. But we all know that that really is not what's going on. They are trying to recalibrate the algorithm. Okay. Listen to me and listen to me well. I don't think that you're going to get another opportunity like this for a very long time with TikTok. If you were a person and you're like, I wish I would have started my TikTok earlier, or you feel like you missed the TikTok wave, this is really your big break. And I'm not even exaggerating. Okay. They are retraining the algorithm right now. I want you to think about it. They are retraining the algorithm right now. Right now, when you open up your TikTok and you swipe and you scroll, who is seeing new videos right now? Who's it? Hey, Marcus, thank you. Who's seeing new videos right now? Nobody. You're seeing videos literally from 4 days ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 10 days ago, right? because the algorithm, think about the algorithm, okay? They're trying to figure out what type of content to push and what type of content to not push. You say you're only seeing 2025. Most of mine is 2025. Basically, the reason everybody's videos are like sitting at zero or like your views are really, really low is because your content is under review. You need to be posting your face off right now. Hey, Marianne, what's going on, baby? You need to be posting your face off right now. I promise the videos are not going to sit at zero forever. This is your opportunity to get in front of the right audience. This is your opportunity to be able to go like viral or get consistent high views and have your page grow and be able to move your products and your services. Okay, do not get discouraged. People are like, oh, it's broken. Yeah, it's not really broken right now. Okay, instead of them taking the app away and coming back on with a reset, this is what they're doing. So you on the cool, y'all, you really need to be posting six, 7 times a day right now. I ain't even gonna hold you. I have a brand new page. I haven't posted yet. I'm probably gonna put up my first post on it maybe tonight or in the morning. I ain't finna be posting my face off. Y'all finna be seeing me post like 9, 10 times a day. I posted like 8 or 9 times today already, and I still have another post I want to do when I finish this. I want to talk about how to read your analytics. Okay? Listen to your big cuz Ashley Ann right now. If you are trying, if you are trying to grow on TikTok, this is a tremendous opportunity you have. When you are posting, I know that the views are low right now. Y'all, it's because all the content is under review. Okay. Now, if you do hyper political content, yes, you're going to be suppressed. Blink, blink, blink. Especially if you do political content that this current administration doesn't feel showcases them in a favorable light. Okay, I'm keeping it a buck. All right. If you do though content, the Hey Lady T3, if you're doing content around cleaning, organization, baking, working out, mindset, being a healthy person, how to make more money, how to benefit from tax church, anything you can think of, anything that is kind of like day-to-day, normal life, even like fluffy content, things that are entertaining, things that are going to make people laugh. Because I think people forget that entertainment counts as value. If you're doing that type of content, you need to lock in. You got like these next 30 days are a gift for you if you're trying to grow on TikTok. Do you think you should start a new account if you haven't been consistent? I'm going to be honest, Deborah. Because they're retraining the algorithm, it really doesn't matter right now. So like I have my current account that you guys see me on and that y'all are on right now, but I have a brand new account that I made. I haven't made any posts yet. I don't know if I'm gonna start posting tonight or if I'm gonna wait till in the morning to start posting, because my goal is to do 10 a day every day from now until the end of February, because I understand what's happening with the algorithm right now and that this is a tremendous opportunity to be able to build. Okay. The reason everybody's content is under review is because they're feeding into the algorithm what they want to push out. And so, hey, James. So literally, like I said, this is a tremendous opportunity. So if you feel like you messed up your brand, you feel like you didn't do a good job with your target audience, you got on here, you didn't have a particular marketing model or strategy, you were like, I don't know what I want to do, how I want to make my money on the platform. Now is a tremendous opportunity to go ahead and put things into action. Okay. And what I would recommend, some of y'all weren't here. Diamond Digital, thank you for the heart me baby doll. So there's you have your primary niche, and then you have 3 sub niches under your primary niche, which is how I train my clients that are 6 and 7 figure earners on social media. Okay. Hey, Navi, thank you for the heart me. So your primary audience, I typically tell people to tie that into what you really want to make money with. This does not matter if you're selling your own products or services or if you're doing affiliate marketing. It doesn't matter. Honestly, y'all, I promise it does not matter. You still have to have a primary niche. 70 to 80% of your content that you post up is going to be around the primary niche, because essentially TikTok, the way the new algorithm is working, is going to pop you into a vertical. Okay. Your other 20 to 30% of content is going to be kind of like your random content or content that you enjoy. And what I tell people to do is basically, okay, hold on. I'm going to draw a little circle for you down here. Okay, this first circle that's down here, it says what I enjoy. Okay, this is what I enjoy. The second little circle down here is what your audience enjoys. Okay, there's a little overlap right here in the center. This is technically what we want our little sub niches. We want it to be in that category, because if you enjoy it and the audience enjoys it and it's a good fit with like your lifestyle, and I don't mean lifestyle as far as posting like pictures of like jets and purses and stuff. I mean like your day-to-day life, like it's going to be easy for you to create that type of content. You're going to do well. The way that they are training the algorithm right now, because they are desperate for content, because they don't have enough. That's why everybody is seeing all of this old content. But because remember, they're like, oh, we're still going to be connected to the global society. Come on now. Y'all know, y'all know what's up. Okay. They're, hey D, what's going on, baby? They don't have enough content. Okay, y'all, I literally got 3 alerts today. I don't know if anybody else got these. I got 3 alerts today saying like, hey, here's suggestions for you based on our content gaps. And they were huge. It was like 72 different topics inside of there for content gaps that I got today. The app is telling you, they're literally telling us like, this is what I want content on. Okay, so you're going to get rewarded for your frequency. And it doesn't have to be like editorial quality. It just needs to be decent quality, right? So like, for instance, right now, I know for a fact, if I wanted more people in the live stream, I would need to turn on my big dome light. Okay, my lighting's not the best right now. Okay, but I'm just like, hey, whatever. I just got on the regular overhead lights in the living room. Okay, but if I wanted to turn on like my key light or dome light, the AI would detect the lighting in here, because I'm going to pass for the sound. My microphone's right here. It's just right off to the side of me. But the lighting is going to help pull more people in. So you make sure you have good lighting. You want to make sure you have good sound. Those are pretty much your 2 base parameters. I would tell anybody that creates content to get like a stand or something like that, just to be able to help you. But that's it. And you need to be on go mode. Did they take the filter? What filter, babe? Y'all can't see my 100K a month up there. It's on my side. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. That's what I have on. Yes, you can't see it, or yes, you can see it. Because Essence asked, did they take? You see it? Okay. Well, no, they didn't take it. It's still there. It's still there. Essence. It's on the screen. Hey, praise him. Praise him. Is it table or one able? I know it's praise him though. What? Shundo. Okay. You see it? Okay. The face filter. I don't know, because I don't use a lot of face filters, but I think they're still on there. There was some weird stuff going on with the sound yesterday, but I think they got the contracts and stuff signed. And so I noticed like all of the sounds are back today. Okay, so everybody say content equals cash. That's what I want to see in the chat. Content equals cash. Content equals cash. Content equals cash. Content equals cash. That's what I want to see in the chat. Everybody put content equals cash in the chat. Hey, Rochelle, thank you for the heart me, baby. Living with Shanita, thank you for my 2026s. Stacy, thank you for the heart me, love. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, so y'all know I gave y'all a whole list last week where we were going through content that's going to help you make money, content that's going to help you grow. Hey, Sharia, what's going on, my love? So today, let's actually talk about structure. And we're going to talk specifically about script structure, okay? There's script structure, and then there's your overall like treatment, like the content structure for that video, okay? And that starts from the script structure. Everybody got it? Blink, blink, blink. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down. And thank you for everybody that sent me the Hey Guy Haze early. And side note, if this is your first time here, my name is Ashley Ann, and I have helped over 900 people create six-figure incomes. 191 of my clients have made $1 million in less than a year. I also have 13 clients, that have made $1 million in a month. And I have 8 clients that currently make over $10 million a year using their social media pages. And they've done that at least 3 years in a row. So I am your girl when it comes to social media monetization, digital strategy, funnels, conversions, all of that. And I love helping people get paid to do things that they like to do. And there's so much money out here in the digital stratosphere. It is unreal. Okay. So if you do not follow me, give me a follow. I try and go live at least 3 times a week with educational content. And then the other days of the week, we just be on here talking about whatever we want to talk about. Okay. And when you see my content on your timeline, baby, give me a like and a comment. All right. So, and you can go look me up. There's several articles of me and what I do. Forbes, Yahoo, Entrepreneur, Inc. I'm a TEDx speaker. I'm a double presidential lifetime award achievement recipient. I'm a doctor. I just don't make people. I should be having y'all calling me Dr. Blink, Blink, Blink. Okay. But no, I actually do have a doctoral in real life. So, and I've been doing this for a long time. And a lot of your favorites, I'm the woman behind the curtain. If you look at my playlist, you can see a lot of my receipts. I also post client testimonials all the time on my page. And if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, they're tied up in my, they're tagged in my highlights. You'll always see customer and client testimonials and stuff like that if you need verification that I am real. And I tag my clients, okay, because they're real people. So yeah, anyway, so script structure, okay? So first thing, let's talk about the components of a script, and then I want to get into hook stacking. Does that make sense? Okay. So your components of a good script are going to be your hook. We're going to get into either a problem or a goal. It really doesn't matter. Okay. There just needs to be something established. We want to make sure that this is a bit relatable. Okay. Then from there, we're going to go into like the actions, not your call to action, but like the actionable steps or uses of whatever this thing is. Okay. Then from there, we can go into the call to action. Okay. And maybe tomorrow or Friday, I'm going to bring some visual aids because I want you guys to be able to understand when you look at your analytics, what your analytics are telling you. And so that way you know how to adjust your script structure, okay? The only thing that's always going to be the same with the script structure is going in the same place is going to be the hooks and it's going to be the points of relatability. Those are the two. Out of all of the little components to a script, everything else can get scrambled up in a different order. Okay. And you'll be able to look at your analytics and they're going to tell you how you need to rearrange things. And I don't want to overwhelm y'all. So we'll get to that another day. All right. In the near future. Okay. But we're just going to start in the beginning with the hook. And we're going to talk about the emotional connection or the relatability component. Okay. So who in here has heard about hook stacking, or some people call it hook layering? If you have heard of hook stacking or hook layering, give me the number 1. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, give me the number 2. Okay. Also, if you're new here, Glorious Locks, thank you for my 2026s. Yes, help me hit my little goal, y'all. They're only a penny. But literally, okay, there are three components to a hook. Most people think about the hook as far as like what verbally comes out of your mouth. That's only one component. Charlotte Allen, Rochelle, thank you for my 2026s. Yes, TikTok and YouTube and all that. They like it when y'all send us gifts. Okay. Okay. I see mostly 2s. I saw a few 1s. Everybody gave me a 1. Let me catch up the 2s. Okay. And then we'll all be on the same page. All right. So there's going to be your verbal hook. So that's what's coming out of your face, out of your mouth, or if you're doing faceless content, what people or hearing. So you may hear some people refer to it as the audio portion of the hook because some people, they're doing faceless. Okay. Then you have your visual hook. So that's what people are seeing within the first 2 seconds of your video. And y'all remember when we talked about increasing the retention time, that we talked about how we need to be changing the frame or the scene or some type of motion about every 2 to 4 seconds in order to keep someone actively interested mentally. Okay. That's a psychological thing. And then we have the written hook. Okay. Well, we writing down out here. So that's what they see on the screen. So like a title. Okay. What's typed out. Okay. So you want to try and use all 3 of these every time you post a piece of content. How many do we want to use, class, when we post a piece of content? And some of y'all are going to find that you're stronger in one area than the other. Living life with, it's cutting off your name. But thank you for my 2026s. Living life with Shanita. I see it. Deborah, thank you for my 2026s. All 3. That's right. We need 3. Tracy, thank you very much. You need 3. Now, I will tell you this. The written hook and the verbal hook are the hardest to master out of the 3 of these, because you have to be able to say things in a way that is profound, that is ear-catching, okay, and a little creative. So you're saying, right? So we're saying things that people have heard before, but we're trying to think of an interesting way to say them. And this is going to require some thought. I'm not going to lie to you. So best practices, typically when we start kind of mapping out our content, like these are the topics I want to cover this week. Like Monday, I'm going to talk about this. Tuesday, I'll talk about that. Well, now we're going to think about, okay, what's the core of this? And what's the overall goal? Now, what's a creative way that I can say it? Okay, so let's go through the process of how we're going to think about what the written hook, and I'll say audio, because again, some of you guys may be doing faceless content. Okay, if I slip up and say verbal though, you know that I mean audio. All right. Now, also keep in mind the visual is going to be the easiest one. Okay, you want to move in a way that it draws attention to the camera. And if you are a person that's doing face to camera, pretty much the positioning that I'm in right now with the frame is going to be ideal when you think about how the little buttons line up on like TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. Y'all know what I'm talking about, like the like, the share, the save that are over there on the side. And when you're thinking about where people start to see the description at. So if you're doing face to camera, this is about the framing that you want to be in as far as the engagement or the interaction. Okay. Something else that's a really easy trick that a lot of people don't talk to y'all about: contrast. Everybody say contrast. When we're talking about the visual, everybody say contrast, 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 contrast. Let me see it in the chat. This is a very real thing. And this works like butter. Okay. When you are posting, especially if you're doing face to camera, you want to think about what you're wearing compared to your background. A lot of times when there is high contrast in a visual, it makes people stop. They'll stop for at least a second to see what's going on over there. Okay, so if I'm filming and maybe I have like a white wall or a light gray wall in my house, I don't want to wear white against it. Okay, I'm going to do contrast. I'm going to go for a rich color or a bright color. Okay, rich is going to be like your chocolates, a navy, maybe a black, a deep charcoal, plums, right? They're very, very bold colors. Oxbloods, like maybe a pretty olive green or something. We're going for bold, or you're going for bright. Bright is when you get into the oranges, the yellows, the pinks, the cherries, fuchsia, magenta, limes, apples, right? All those sorts of types of colors. Hey, Kingdom Living Business, thank you for the heart me. And please understand this, y'all. There's no rule that says that you have to film your content on different days. Batching is actually a really good idea. So if you feel inspired tomorrow and you're like, dang, I kicked out 20 pieces of content today, Baby, kick them all out. Nobody cares if you have on the same shirt. Okay? Nobody cares. No, nobody cares. And I'm telling y'all this because sometimes y'all get in your brain about really silly stuff and y'all are like, oh, I have this idea or I'm going to wait till tomorrow. No, go listen to anyone who is making money online. When we get ideas, we post. You know why? Because we all used to be people that used to say, oh, I'm going to get to it later. We all used to be the type of people that were like, oh, I'm going to do that, when I get home, I'm going to do that 2 or 3 days from now. I'm going to do that next week. And long story long, you miss the cycle because we're not going to act like timing is not important, but we'll be talking about that later on this week. Okay. So when you have like a spark of inspiration, okay, when you feel like, yes, I am doing a really good job at getting content out, getting the information out. I got a good space. The kids are at school or they're taking a nap or something, or, whatever it is that you have to do. I ain't got to do it right now. Record, get it out. Okay. That's number one. And contrast is going to be your friend. Okay. Typically it's too cold outside right now, but I have like a beautiful green bank that's behind my house. And so my content, what is that? Thank you, Markins. Thank you for my dolphin. I have like a beautiful green bank behind me. And y'all know I have a bunch of pretty flowers in my garden, right? I normally will record outside in the spring and the summertime, and my content numbers always go really, really well. It's because of the contrast and visually it's interesting to people with how pretty the green is behind me. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Okay. Now, next thing, frame changes every 2 to 4 seconds. So don't think just because you had your initial visual hook to open up the set that that's all you have to do. No. Okay, if you have especially if you have a long video, and we want to change the frame, and it's not, you can change the frame, you can change the scene, or you can create motion inside of the frame. So I talk with my hands a lot, right? For some people that's annoying, but for a content creator, that is a really fantastic thing to do, is to talk with your hands, because people are like, what is going on? Okay, what's going on over there with all of that? All right. But if I was recording this and I was giving y'all information, I literally would do a sentence right here in front of my chair. Then I probably may hold my microphone and take my iPad and push it across the room and do a wide angle shot or a far shot. Then I would do the next sentence maybe in front of my wall that has like my big, huge abstract art on it. Then I may come back to the chair. Or if, let's say, I don't want to move across the house, like, I'm like, oh, my house is a little, or something, or I just don't want people in my business like that. Well, YouTube, I can't show y'all. Well, I kind of can. On YouTube, I might start like this. Then I may be talking like that. Then I may have the camera right here while I'm speaking. Then I may go from over here to there. You see what I'm saying? I'm changing up. So I may start like this. Then I'm over here. Then I'm like, oh my God, such and such. Did y'all know? Blah, 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 blah. I know. I cannot believe that happened. Baby, they are tripping out here in these streets. Y'all saw Nicki Minaj got that great car. You see what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have, just understand, it doesn't have to be super dramatic. You can work with what you got. And people would watch me talk about stuff because I'm going from a full face to a close-up shot, back to an out, back to an in. And if I'm changing my voice inflections in between, just remember, we're trying to change up what people are seeing every 2 to 4 seconds just to keep people interested in what's going on. Does that make sense? So you got contrast, you got your scene in your front, you got your opening visual hook, you got your contrast, and now you have like the movement of the camera or the scene or the frame. Make sense? I personally prefer to film on my phone because TikTok and Instagram editors are kind of glitchy. I do really minimal editing in them unless I want to do y'all know what they do, the auto cut, where you put the clips in and it chooses them automatically for you, and it, you know, it sound syncs it or something. Or just so I can say I edit it inside of TikTok. If there's something I want to type over it as far as like the written hook, I will do that on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube. But for the most part, I actually prefer to film on my phone, pretty much get everything completed I want to get done, and then upload it to the app. But sometimes, you know, I just, if I'm in the car or something, I'll be like, you know, especially if it's kind of like a yapping piece. I wouldn't say one is better than the other, but you have more control. And if you're trying to repurpose your content, it's always better to have it on your phone or on your device than necessarily sitting like in TikTok or Instagram. Because once you post it, you know, after that it's out of here as far as the raw pieces. Because you can do a lot with your raw pieces of content that people don't even think about. Hey, Aunt Jackie, what's going on, love? Okay, so next, so though everybody got the tips for the visual. Everybody understand the visual to be able to open up your video. And we technically want to make the visual like correlate. So let's say, so the one of the last people that were in my inbox asking me about doing something it was a bra company. Okay. I get a lot of stuff for girls, you know, with the big chichas, okay, the big industrial brassieres. You know, and your bra gets so big, it's a brassiere, it's not a bra anymore. Once they get so big, you got a brassiere. All right. So let's say I am going to do some content about the brassiere. Okay. And I'm trying to keep it in line with my brand. I may do my opening shot. I may keep my top on. Well, not may, I would keep my top on, and I may have one breast in the cup and one not in the cup, and go, oh my God, look at the lift. Y'all, do y'all see this? And while I'm saying, do y'all see this? I'm gonna pick the other one up and stick it in the cup. Okay. That's a visual hook coming in. And any woman, okay, if she got them things, she got the weapons of mass destructions, she's locked in. Okay, especially if they natural. Okay, she's locked in because you want a good piece. You understand what I'm saying? You want a good brassiere. You want something that's gonna be comfortable and it's gonna be sturdy. All right. So literally, when we're thinking about the products, or I need to film for it's a PDRN and hyaluronic acid serum. What? No. Child, they just gave me a violation. Anyway, I got a visibility restriction, so y'all, you work the comments, okay? Anyway, so let's say, thank you for my gifts. So let's say I'm doing this facial serum, okay? It's not gonna sell well for me, and I'm not gonna get people to stop in if I'm just like, here's this facial serum and you should buy it because it has Korea's #1 ingredient in it, PDRN, blah, 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 blah. No one's going to, they're not gonna pay attention. But if my skin looks amazing and I'm like, y'all, look at my skin. And then I start talking about, I've been using this product for the past 3 weeks while I'm putting it on my face. That's a good visual hook. Okay. That's a good visual hook. That's how that works. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down. So make sure the visual hook like makes sense with the offer. Okay. Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? All right, next thing, when we get to the verbal hook and the written hook, the biggest rule for these two, whatever you write on your screen, you should not read it to the audience. And I will see people do this all the time. So above my head right now, it says 100K plus a month, 2026 social media strategy. You see that on the screen. Why do I need to say it? Why do I need to read it to you? Okay. I actually should be saying something that is related to my written hook, but different. Okay. So this says 100K plus a month, 2026 social media strategy. That's what it says over here. I'm going to open up and I'm going to verbally say, I used to struggle making money online. Or I may open up and say, I posted every day for 90 days and did not make $1 until I changed this one thing. After I changed it, I started making nonstop money with my TikTok account or with my Instagram account. See how I just did that? So it says this, but I'm saying something else, but they're both related. And then if I was going to tie it into a visual hook, I probably would pop up what my account looked like, maybe, the first 60 days or January through March, and you'll see the $0 flat line. And then I would show April that I cleared 185,000. You see what I'm saying? So literally being able to tie in all three, that's when you're going to start the hook layering. Okay. So how do we get to a point where we have one thing written on the screen and we have another thing verbalized? Someone asked me because I'm ready to tell you. Someone asked me so I can tell you. What happened to my comments over here on YouTube? If y'all are commenting on YouTube, I'm not ignoring y'all. My comments just disappeared. I don't know why. Hopefully they come back in the near future. Okay. Well, Charla and Glorious Locks, thank you so much for asking. Okay. So first thing, when we're getting into the script structure, we need to think about the overall call to action. What is our goal for this post? Are we trying to get a follower? Are we trying to get a lead? Are we trying to get a sale? Are we trying to get a comment? What exactly are we trying to do with the post? Because that's going to have a lot to do with if we're framing this as informational and educational, because that's typically how we get more followers, right? And sometimes you get some leads from that, but most of the time followers. Or if we're going to frame this more like in a way of a tutorial or a tutorial, preventative, or a sense of urgency, because that's how we're going to move into the sales side. Okay. And so you have to figure out which one you want to do. On your page, you should be doing a combination of both types of content on a regular basis. Okay. So that's the first thing first. What is the overall goal of this piece of content? Am I trying to get a follower with it, or am I trying to make a sale with it? Because that's going to determine even how we're positioning the hook. Right? Am I coming at you where I'm giving you a tutorial? Am I giving you some type of insider insight? Am I showing you some product that's inside of my TikTok shop or my Amazon store or something that I want you to purchase? Do I want you to go to my website and buy something or sign up for something? Like, what do I really want you to do? Okay. So I know that y'all are like, I haven't thought about it like this, but you need to start thinking about it like this. And the more you start doing it, it's going to become second nature to you, and you'll be able to kick out your content a lot faster. But I'm telling you this, when I look at my clients that are stuck at like 1,000 followers versus my clients to get to 10,000 followers relatively quickly versus my clients that are 100,000 followers plus, the clients that put the time and the effort into the content, they grow the fastest and they make money faster. Okay. If you have been on here for a while and you can't see, and this is any app, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, TikTok, it doesn't matter. If you are on a platform and it's taking you more than 30 days to get through your first 1,000 followers, or you've been on this app for 6 months, 7 months, and you still haven't gotten past 1,000 followers, I'm telling you, it's because you are actually taking the time to sit and think about what is the content going to be. And it may be a little intimidating at first, but the more you do it, the faster you're going to get at it, and it's going to become second nature. So what's the first thing we're asking ourselves, class? Somebody tell me in the chat, what's the first thing we're asking ourselves so we can make sure that our content is doing what we need it to do? What's the goal? That's your first question. What's my goal with this piece of content? Am I trying to get a follower today, or am I trying to make a sale? Well, you're trying to do both every day. So I should say, are you trying to get a follower right now, or are we trying to get a sale? Okay. What's the overall goal? But see, this is even before you get to your call to action that you're going to give a customer. This is how we're going to figure out how we're going to position the actual hook. Because remember, you want your written hook and you want your verbal hook to work with one another. Okay, they're not supposed to be the same. Again, my screen right now says 100K plus a month. I'm not going to verbalize this when I'm speaking to you. Okay. But remember, I told you I may say, hey, I posted every day for 6 months on TikTok. I never made a dime until I changed this one thing. And I literally started having 6-figure months every month after that. You see what I'm saying? Like, they correlate, they relate to one another, but they're not the same thing. So I have one thing written, but I pop something else out of my face. Okay. So once we know whether I'm trying to get a follower or I'm trying to get a lead, or a sale, now the next question you're going to ask yourself, and please write these down if you know that you're a forgetful person. Okay. Next question you're going to ask yourself, you're going to say, self, what am I sharing with my audience today? And I know you're like, what? But you may be sharing different things. You could be sharing a review. You could be sharing a thought. You could be sharing an experience. You could be sharing a tutorial. You could be sharing something to entertain them, because please understand, entertainment is value. I think when I talk about value, some of y'all don't understand that being able to make people feel loved, or being able to make people laugh, or being able to make people feel seen, okay, being able to entertain them in some way has a great amount of value. And you absolutely can and should be monetizing that if you have that gift. So don't think because you don't do like education or tutorials, or, you're not showing somebody how to cook a dinner or something like that, that you don't have value. No, as an entertainer or a community builder, you are absolutely 100% still offering value. Okay. So you're going to ask yourself, like, what's the value that I want to put out here today into the world? Okay, so am I showing you a strategy? Am I trying to teach you how to read your analytics? Do I want to show you how to tie your shoe? Do I want to show you how to upcycle your old clothes or bags, right? Do I want to show you how to go to the Dollar Tree and, make cute Valentine's Day decorations? Whatever you want to show people how to do, okay? Or maybe you don't want to show them how to do anything. Maybe you just want to communicate a thought. Maybe you want to help someone with their mindset. Maybe you want to tell people a knock-knock joke, okay? Whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. My goal is to put a smile on people's face by doing this. Okay. My goal is to make people feel empowered by showing them this. Okay. Whatever it is. So you're going to ask, what's the purpose of my video? My video is to make you laugh. My video is to make you laugh about your relationship. My video is, about to show you, how to fix your raggedy door. Whatever the video is. Okay. Make sense? Everybody got it? Everybody picking up what I'm putting down? If you pick it up what I'm putting down, let me know. Say, I got it, girl. So I picked it up. You got me on your TV. Hey. Shout out to Ashley Ann on your TV. Thank you very much. Hi, young girl. Put me on the TV. Ow. You picked it up. Charlotte, you said you got it. Good, 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 good. Next question. You're going to ask yourself, why would someone want to listen to this? Her realest question out of all of them. Why would someone want to listen to this? And it does not have to be a complex reason. Okay. A lot of times when I ask that, people try and start giving me like some deep, like metaphysical. No, baby, it can be simple. They want to listen to this because they want to make better lasagna. They want to listen to this because they don't have anybody else to talk to about it, so they can talk to me, okay? They want to listen to this because they're trying to drop 7 pounds, in the next 2 weeks. What is the reason someone wants to listen to this? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Yes, no, maybe so. You just got here. Well, welcome, honey pie. Let me know. Y'all picking it up? Okay, baby. I want to see Charlotte type it. Deborah said, yes, Deborah. Hey, Deborah, I bake sourdough bread, and my sourdough's name is Big Deb. She is strong and mighty. I named after Deborah in the Bible. Charlotte, thank you for my 500 comments. in the live. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that very much. Okay. Yeah, baby. Her name is Big Deb. And Big Deb is strong, baby. Okay. I said my bread, my dough is powerful. Okay. My bread be like, poof. Anyway. Okay. So once we ask ourselves why, why would someone want to listen to us? Why do they want this information? At this point, we can now start the process. Now, what is this? Maybe they're just hating on me tonight. Okay, now we can start. Now we can start the process. Okay, of cultivating the hook, because now you know what information you're going to tell someone, and you know what call to action you're going to ask them to perform relatively easy and in a natural way. Mm-hmm. And whenever I have videos that go like crazy viral, better believe I put some time into them. Okay. And every time I put their time into them, and them videos pop off. Okay. They do what they're supposed to be doing. All right. So let somebody drop one of your questions in the chat, because we're going to use it as an example to break down now with the hook. Because remember, we have to ask people, or we have to make this statement in an interesting way. We have to do it in an interesting way, especially if you out here free balling. Okay. It's one thing when you're doing something where there's like proof of concept and you're following an existing script structure. And I'll talk to y'all about that. I think we have time to cover that tonight. Okay. That's one thing. But when we're out here, like, I'm going to talk about something, I'm going to bring something up that nobody's really talked about, or I haven't really heard information about, then yeah, we need a different way to be able to put this information out. Okay. So body butter self-care. Essence, I need you to say something like body butter self-care. What is the purpose? What we doing? You said body butter self-care. What we doing with the body butter? Are we trying to combat like dry winter skin? Are we trying to use the body butters, you know what I mean, to get rid of stretch marks or heal scars or something? Like, what are we doing with them? You said, I know, Essence, that you're not talking to me right. You said, yeah, yes to what? I said a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna use my own self as an example. We keep it okay. So let's say I know you want to know how to make $10,000 a month. More specifically, let's say you want to make your first $10,000 a month in the TikTok shop. Okay. And that's what my video is going to be about. My video is going to be about helping you make your first $10,000 a month in the TikTok shop. Okay. That's what my video is going to be about. Now, if I get on the camera and I say, hey, I want to talk to you guys today about how to make your first $10,000 a month in TikTok shop, a lot of people probably not going to pay attention to me. they're probably not going to pay attention. They're probably just going to keep scrolling. Okay. They're going to keep scrolling. So now let's think of an interesting way that I could say that. What is something that I could promise you that would like get you maybe to stay to the end of my video? Okay. What's a way I could talk to you about this $10,000 a month, but I could do it in a way that's interesting and that's going to grab your attention? I could start with a statistic. I could go into a fact, right? I could ask a question. I could start with a formula. Okay. What could you said ask a question? Ask it, right? Asking a question, Glorious Locks, is a good one. Okay. Talking about a system, talking about a system is a good way, Deborah. Okay. So we're just thinking about opening up the video. Remember, the hook is my first few seconds. Now, if y'all remember, one of the things I said in the little formula of the components of your structure, I talked about emotion, right? And a relatability point. So I know that most creators are not making $10,000 a month with any of their platforms, not even with all of them combined. I know that that's not happening right now. Okay. I know that there are a lot of creators, they're putting out content and they're trying to make $10,000 a month and it hasn't happened. Right. See, now we thinking through the process. Now, what do people feel? What emotion do they feel? Do you feel frustrated? Do you feel angry? Do you feel like a failure? Do you feel disappointed? Do you feel like you're wasting your time? Scattered? See, yeah, you see what I'm saying? We write. So you gotta write down these emotions. Okay, we're gonna write down these emotions that people typically feel because they're posting, but they haven't made money yet. Because this is how I'm going to get my emotional tie-in when I give my initial hook. You said stress because their work isn't paying off. Okay, that's a real emotion. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So now if we're sitting down, we're thinking about, okay, what's an experience people are having? What the people that want to make $10,000 a month because they haven't made it yet, right? We know that they haven't made the 10,000. Hey, Gina Maxine, we know they ain't made that $10,000 a month yet. Okay. We also know that they are attempting and they're trying and they haven't really been able to find out what quite is working. We know that they feel frustrated, scattered, they feel stressed. Let's see, was it right? Curious was another emotion. I feel like it's something else that I missed, but y'all gave really good emotions. So now I've written this down and I'm looking at my little sheet of paper and I'm like, okay, my overall goal of this video is to help people make $10,000 a month, right? I'm targeting a set of people who haven't accomplished this with their social media. We know that these people are trying. We recognize that they have some negative emotions because they have been trying and they haven't hit the goal yet. So now I'm going to look at all this information and now I'm going to be able to craft my written hook and my verbal hook. So my written hook on the screen may be how anyone can make $10,000 a month on TikTok. Or if I'm on Instagram, I may say on Instagram or YouTube, whatever app I'm on. Okay. And then in the little subtitle underneath or the subtext, I may say even a beginner. So that's my written hook. That's the written hook. Now I got to get the verbal hook out, right? And remember, what I'm saying out of my mouth or what you're hearing on the audio side should not directly match what you see on the screen. So we may start off by talking about the frustration or feeling scattered, right? So I may start off my hook. I think Glorious Locks had said asking a question. So I'm gonna use Glorious Locks and I'm gonna ask a question. And I'm gonna say something like, are you tired? Or have you ever felt frustrated and scattered because you keep posting content and you're not seeing any results from it? I used to feel the exact same way. I spent over a year posting my content on TikTok and I never was able to grow my page and I never was able to make any money until I started implementing these 3 things. You see that? Hey, Brittany, what's going on, honey? You see that? You see what we just did? I tied you into the emotion. And if you're in a common experience, and if you're a person who's been posting and you haven't seen the results, you're like, oh, she's talking to me. I've shared in that experience too. Let me see what these 3 tips are. And I kind of led into the next thing. I was like, what can I do to get you to watch my content to the end? I just told you I'm going to give you the 3 steps. Okay. The three steps. And then I may put a little sugar on there and I may say, and if you stay to the end, I'm going to let you know which one of these 3 steps are the most important. Whoo, stop playing with me. I just gave you a call to action. I asked you to stay to the end. So I can give you my 3 steps, right? See how smooth I was with that? Okay. So let's break this down. Okay, let's break this down and then we'll do a little Q&A. Okay. So the first thing we got that written hook, we got that verbal hook. They're both correlating, they're not competing with one another, but they're engaging multiple pieces of someone's brain. Okay, someone has to read, someone has to hear. Okay, so we're engaging multiple senses. All right, and don't forget, someone's looking at it because we probably opened up with something. And I know for me, instead of me trying to convince you that I'm doing over $100,000 a month, I'm just going to show you a screen grab of one of my accounts. Okay, so boom, so we're in there, right? Now we have to give people some type of instruction, and y'all see I slid my instruction in there about staying until the end, so I can tell you which of these 3 steps is the most important. Okay, I have to give you a reason. Why are you going to stay to the end? Because I'm going to tell you which one is most important. Your reason for watching the video is because you want to get the 3 steps so you can stop feeling frustrated, you can stop feeling scattered, you can stop feeling overwhelmed. Blink, blink, blink. Anybody got any questions? That's literally how we're doing it. And then you're gonna roll out the content, and you're gonna make sure that the scenes or the frames are changing so that people are staying engaged with you. You said you missing that part in your content. You ain't gonna be missing it no more, baby. You're gonna be able to get up and do it tomorrow morning now, or do it tonight. Because at this point, in between TikTok and Instagram, now YouTube is not the same. YouTube, you do need to have like a window or a time that you post, but on TikTok and Instagram, it really does not matter what time you post. It really doesn't matter. Traymar, you said, what would you do with $10,000 a month? The reason I probably wouldn't do that for an opening hook, because for my audience, it's kind of like a dead end. But I feel like if you do some type of content around maybe showing people how to invest or how to grow their money or how to manifest or something like that, I do think it's a good hook for that. The steps are written, audio and you can write the steps. I mean, people really like graphics for sure. So I don't think there'd be anything wrong with like writing a list and maybe blurring the steps, and then as you speak one, you reveal one and maybe talk about it and do the graphics, and then you go back to your list and reveal the second one and then the third one. I don't think that that's a bad idea. What's the time on YouTube? You gotta look at your analytics. Whenever y'all ask creators about times, is literally depending on your analytics, and for every creator that's going to be totally different. So like when I first started online, I used to do late night business, and I never would get on before 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I would post most of my content late at night. And so that's how I ended up getting so many international clients, because literally people that were in the US headed to bed, y'all would be watching me during this time, and then it'd be like daytime for my people that were across the pond, right? And so it just worked really, really well. But if you were trying to post on my posting schedule, it would flop for you because maybe the majority of your audience is online in between like 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. So when you go look at your analytics, it's going to tell you the best time of day to post for you. TikTok is interesting though, because literally, like, I have tried with like a strict posting schedule. I've tried like very, specific times. And I've also like just laid out a bunch of content all at one time. And TikTok is weird. It's different. It's different. Okay. When you're talking about a trending topic or you're doing your awareness content, you want to be one of the first people to hop on that, because it's definitely going to push you out for sure. But yeah, outside of that, y'all want to know another trick to doing a good hook that people don't tell y'all? If y'all want the secret, let me know. I'll tell y'all right now. And they work every single. When I say every time, This one works every time. You just got to be able to stand on what you say. Okay. If you're a person, you get shook real easy. Don't do it. Don't do it if you get shook every time. But if you're a person and you firm in what you're saying, you like, I believe in this and what I'm saying. Y'all ready to hear it? Y'all ain't ready to hear it. If y'all ready to hear it, everybody put hear it in the chat. Let me see at least 10 people put hear it in the chat. At least 10 people put hear it in the chat. Side note, if you guys can help me meet my life goal, my 2026s are only a penny. It looks like we have 200 and what's that, 214? Yes, we have 214. We have 214 of them. Okay. So that means we have 286 to go to hit 500. I see 1 hear it, 2 hear it, 3 hear it, 4 hear it, 5 hear it, 6 hear it. Brittany, thank you for my 2026s. Let's see. I see 7 hear it. You know, it's going to be funny. It is going to be funny, but it's going to be true. Funny, but true. I have another piece of content outside of the one I want to record tonight about, like your video graph structure and reading the analytics. Shoot, because you asked me about my evening skincare routine. I didn't forget Glorious Locks. I just last couple of nights I just I was trying to race against the clock to get into bed. So I'm probably gonna record it tonight or tomorrow. Okay. So thank you, Brittany, and thank you, Deborah, for my 2026s. So a generalization, and it needs to be a gross generalization. People love to argue online. They love to disagree. They love to have contrary communication. I don't know what this is about humans, especially humans on social media. Okay. So if there's a gross generalization, then that indeed will make people stop as well. So if I got on here and I made a gross generalization and I said, small business owners with bad customer service are always complaining about people not supporting their business. If I got on and I said something like, only scammers keep checks in 2026. If I got on here and said, people that eat chocolate ice cream are liars. If I got on here and said, I don't trust people that don't have a drink when we go out. Okay. If I popped on here and said, everybody that sells MMR courses are scammers. You see what I'm saying? Like I can say all kinds of gross generalizations. It's going to work. The video is going to get traction just based on the sheer amount of people in the comment section going off on you or agreeing with you. Blink, blink, blink. It works every time. Okay. Every time I won't get some motion, baby, I'm finna throw a gross generalization out of my mouth. Because I know it's going to work. It's going to work every single time. Okay. So if you ever are like, I'm trying to do a hook and I'm stumped. Okay. I want you to think about a generalization that you can make. I want you to think about a generalization that you can make. And if you're bold enough, throw that thing out there. Okay. Watch that video do numbers. You also can use like common myths as a tactic too. That works really, really well too. Common myths and like statistics will work for sure, for sure. Art Diggs is like, you can do a lot of them because you do cleaning stuff, Art Diggs. So you could do a lot of them. Art Diggs, you could say something like, you could say something like, women that don't clean out, women that have rings around their tubs. You can say something like, women that have rings around their tubs always have bad kids. People like, I resent that. You can always tell a mom, you can always tell a woman who's a good mom because there's never dishes in her sink. Okay. Now the people gonna be ready to fight you. We know that dishes in the sink has nothing at all to do with being a good mom, but it's a gross generalization. Okay. So you can do it you can do it about anything. Okay. You could talk about you were like I baby. You can say I know baby I know anybody that has their laundry piled up this high does not have good hygiene. The people gonna be ready, okay? They back in, they ready to fight. You can do it about anything, y'all. It doesn't matter. Okay. Doesn't even matter if it's true or not. Okay. I'm telling y'all right now. The people are gonna be on go. They gonna be ready. Okay. So anyway, do y'all have any other questions though about the verbal hook and the visual hook being combined and how they correlate with one another? And again, we're not reading what's on the page. Okay, yes. If you said thick wig smell sour, If you said people that have people with veneers breath stink, the people going crazy. They're gonna go crazy. All right. If you talked about people that wear 9 times out of 10, if you've been wearing a lace front for more than a year, you probably ain't got no edges. We know it's not true, but I'm telling you, the people going crazy. They're going crazy. Can you make a worksheet, please? I may be willing to do that for my Instacoin students, for sure. A worksheet for the hook structure. I have an ebook that's called Hooks Mastery, and it has the structure in it, and it has like hundreds of hooks that are ready to go. Hey, Lisa. You said don't let stank feet in your bed. Who got stank feet? Who has stank feet? Have y'all found this helpful today? Have y'all found tonight's session helpful? Have y'all found this helpful today? Maybe y'all something else. Have y'all found tonight's session helpful today? Give me a yay in the chat. Okay. For everybody that found tonight's session helpful, you are going to love the content creation workshop. Okay. Make sure you go click the link in my bio. You will see a big purple button where you can register for the content creation workshop. And don't vote. Thank you. And don't forget, it's an actual workshop. Okay, so we're going to be working. We're going to be working for 3 days. You're going to give me at least 4 hours of your day on February 27th, February 28th, and March 1st. Okay, and we're going to go through your marketing. Well, we're going to create your marketing models. We're not going through them because most of y'all don't have a marketing model. So we're going to create your marketing models. Okay. We're going to actually create your brand identity, your aesthetic. I'm going to show you guys quick ways to be able to get the content and the imagery that you're looking for. We are going to create those little short, like little 7-second pieces of content. You're going to have a month's worth of those. We're going to create your first series together. We are going to do your mapping so that we know like what's going to be matched to your offers. I'm going to show you guys how to create your base graphics too. So you have like an editing style that you can just repeat over and over and over and over. We're going to do all of that in this workshop. Okay. And don't forget it's a workshop. So we're working. Now, before we go to bed, does anybody have any questions about how you put together a good verbal hook and a strong written hook and how they correlate? Remember, the visual hook is the easiest one. So I'm not really worried about y'all with the visual hook. It's really easy to create some type of like motion or interesting frame, especially if you're following the general rules with changing your frame every 2 to 4 seconds. And we're focused on like high contrast and you're doing a motion that's related to whatever the offer is. That part is going to be super fast. So people always are able to grasp onto the visual hooks very quickly. It's when we get to the written hooks and the verbal hooks, that's where people start struggling at and really start having a hard time being able to like monetize the platform or being able to grow their followers like super fast. Because if y'all don't have any more questions, baby, I'm finna skedaddle. Okay, I'm up past my bedtime right now. Y'all know I used to stay up late. Shout out to me for trying to be healthier. I have a traditional Chinese medicine doctor now. And so they told me I have to go to bed at 11. Like when they did my analysis and stuff, they were like, oh, they were like, well, you sleep enough, but they're like, you sleep during the wrong hours. And I was like, what do you mean I sleep during the wrong hours? So apparently, did y'all know this? Like, this is fascinating. So in traditional Chinese medicine, like your organs repair and reset during certain times of the night. Okay. And a lot of the repair starts at 11 p.m. And it's a little bit after 11 right now. And I still got to go wash my face and everything. So, like, your gallbladder starts at 11, your liver repairs itself from 11 to 1 a.m. Your blood starts regenerating and resetting itself, I think, in between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. Y'all know I wasn't going to bed until like 2:33 in the morning every morning. So I was just like, oh no. They were like, yeah, you're running on reserve. So right now we're trying to build up my chi, and I have to go to bed earlier to build up my chi. Yeah, girl, you late for your rejuvenation. Okay, all of us are. So anyway, it's very interesting. I've been getting acupuncture and cupping, and they did like a moxa box on me when I was there. It put me on these Chinese lady herbs, y'all. They work. It's so amazing to like, and y'all remember I was telling y'all I learned that if you sip on thyme when your menstrual cycle comes and a little bit of Celtic sea salt, that it makes the flow of your cycle lighter. So the Chinese medicine doctor told me that's because thyme is an herb that moves your blood. Did y'all know that? I had no idea. And apparently, a lot of women in America, we have like stagnation when our cycles come. And that's why they're so heavy. And you have like clots and you have lots and lots of cramps. And remember, I told y'all when I started drinking the Tom tea, my cramps went away and I was floored and I couldn't believe it. And I found this out like 2 years ago on accident. It may not have been a full 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half. I just found it out on accident. I just kind of noticed and I was like, hey, whenever I drink that, I don't have cramps. Yes. And then he gave me the Chinese lady herbs. And so it's the first time in my life my cycle has only been 5 days. Because apparently our cycles aren't supposed to be longer than 5 days, not the bleeding part. My whole life I had 7 to 9. When I would drink the Tom tea, it would get it down to right at 7 and it will lighten my flow and all the clots and all the cramps stop and all the like super bloating and stuff circulate, all the issues stopped with the time. But the lady Chinese herbs slowed up the bleeding significantly, even more than the time. And the time may have did it. I may have just not been taking enough of the time because I have to take the Chinese lady herbs 3 times a day until they tell me to stop. But anyway, yeah, the first time in my life ever had a 5-day cycle. Crazy. So anyway, long story long, if you can go see a Chinese medicine doctor, baby, go get one. Okay, go and get you one. I'm enjoying learning a lot about, you know, our body and how it works. And for the ladies that have PCOS, I don't have PCOS, but there are so many ladies who have PCOS and they have started Chinese traditional medicine and their PCOS has reversed. And it is amazing. Like there are women, they're getting relief, like they're getting healed. There, my cousin, she went to see a traditional Chinese medicine doctor because she was having trouble conceiving. And within a couple of months, she was able to get pregnant and have a baby. So anyway, long story long, you said you tried the time tea because of you. It's a big difference, baby. That time. Look, now that I know that time is a blood mover, Art Diggs, instead of me just having it on my cycle at this point, I'm like, I pretty much think I'm gonna have time in my tea. Maybe not every day, but at least every other day. I gotta wait till I go back to the doctor because I don't want to do too much because I'm also on the Chinese lady herbs right now. So I need to fit. I don't want to cause myself an issue. I don't want to be too much movement in my blood because I'm taking them and I'm taking the time. So I'm gonna find out. But yeah, the time tea was amazing. I think PCO stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome, I think is what PCOS stands for. But there's a lot of women, especially in America, they're suffering with PCOS. It gives you irregular menstruation. It can give you fibroids. They have very, very painful, like ovulation. Sometimes it makes women's hormones out of whack. It makes it really challenging for them to lose weight. Sometimes it causes issues with their insulin or makes them severely insulin resistant. It causes sleep issues for women sometimes. Sometimes women's PCOS makes them grow like a lot of hair that you wouldn't see on women. So they'll have like mustaches or beards. They have to wax their faces. Yes, it causes infertility. Yep, it messes with their thyroids. It's pretty rough. And there's like a scale of like how severe the PCOS is. And so a lot of women, they have started, going to traditional Chinese medicine doctors, and their PCOS is being reversed. And it's incredible. It's incredible to see women that have been suffering with something for like 20 years, 30 years, all of a sudden not having issues anymore. It's incredible to see women where an American doctor was recommending that they got a hysterectomy, and they no longer have to get a hysterectomy because they're under the proper care and they understand their bodies now and what works for them and what doesn't. And Chinese medicine, baby, they take women's health very seriously. Since I left my doctor, because he told me I need to keep like my feet covered up, and my mama would always fuss at me about having something on my feet. Baby, the Joy saying knew what she was talking about. But also, oh yeah, ladies, they say if you have a lot of cramps, this is what the Chinese medicine doctor told me, and I would say it's true from trying it out. Don't let your feet get cold. He was like, if your feet are cold, that's what gives you the cramps. You keep your feet warm, and you don't have cramps. See, and I just thought my mama was like, put your house shoes on to put them on. She like, keep something on your feet. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yes, I am. I'm finna go to bed, but we'll chit chat about it. I asked him, could I bring my camera and stuff to the next appointment? He said, yes, that's fine. I explained to him what I did because I didn't want to freak out like anybody in the office or something. I'm like coming in recording. But during my next session, I definitely will record some of it. But it's very, very fascinating. It's been extremely enlightening, and I'm so happy that I started. And I wish I would have started sooner. So anyway, y'all, good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are on the planet Earth. Thank you so much for coming to hang out with me tonight. If it's morning time or daytime where you are, have a productive and a prosperous day. Oh my God, y'all got me to 45,000 likes. Let's go. And we're on during the off time. Y'all know I was supposed to be on way earlier in the day. Okay, tomorrow, hold on, let me look at my clock. I'm gonna tell y'all what time. Hey, it's 11:11 right now. Let's see. Let me tell y'all what time I'm coming on tomorrow. And I'm gonna be on time. Okay, so tomorrow I will be on at noon Central Standard Time. Okay, noon Central Standard Time. We're gonna keep talking about our structure, but I'm gonna give you guys a couple of tips on how to find a proven hook structure. And so you'll be able to find the proven hook structure and then plug it in and make it work for your content and your niche type. Oh, you guys are welcome. And y'all do not forget, what are y'all supposed to be doing tomorrow? Posting. If you got it in you, you got some content in your phone, go ahead and throw it out tonight, because you can use the next 30 days to finesse TikTok into sending you buku's followers, because they're resetting the app right now and they're retraining the algorithm. So you have an opportunity to get yourself out there, get on the FYP page, start getting hundreds and thousands of new followers like really, really quickly. And I'm going to show y'all this too, so that way we can all come back and look at it before I get out of here. Let me show you guys. So y'all know. Okay, so this is my brand new account. I'm trying to show it to y'all. I can't show it to y'all on YouTube. The camera's too bad because I'm not on my regular one. This is my new account. What do you see? There's no posts. Okay, I have one repost, no posts. So I'm going to start posting on it tomorrow, and let's see how long it takes me to get to 10,000 followers on this brand new account. Okay. And it's very interesting because the algorithm is not working how it normally works. All right. What's the name? Let's see.
American is thinking.
I think it's Money Mama 675. Okay, I'm lying. Money Mama 745. If you do $H-LEE, okay, you'll see me, but it's Money Mama 745 at Money Mama 745. Should we all do it? I mean, I think it would be a fun experiment if everybody wants to make a page and we all work to see how fast we can get to 10,000 followers. And I don't have a problem. I'll get up there. I'll get on every day on the page. It'll help me stay accountable. And I'll say, this is what we're doing today on the page. So everybody can come and get the instructions every day. That's fine. Finesse Your Mess, thank you for the heart me. So yeah, so we're gonna see because y'all. Okay, so some of you guys are new, but the period pimps that have been with me for years. The last time I did an experiment like this, I ended up with an account with over 1 million followers on it. That's how this is. This is literally like I was like, hey, I was like, I want y'all to know that I know what I'm doing in social media. I went and started a brand new Instagram account. They remember, and boom, I grew that account to what did we hit? What I get like 250,000 followers or something, like the first 10 months or something like that it was open. So yeah. So anyway, long story long, we're gonna get busy because this is gonna be a structured account. I think I've decided that I'm gonna do lifestyle and I'll probably do money tips for baddies. So just different things you can invest in, ways you can save more money, make more money, stuff like that. I'm not gonna be giving any business tips on this page. Okay, that's just gonna stay over here. Because I had to figure out, I was like, well, what do I want to do with the page? So yeah, so let's see how fast we can get this account to 10,000 followers. Art Digs, Glorious Locks, Finesse Your Mess. Thank you so much for my 2026s, y'all. Y'all got me to my live goal. Let's see. Thank you to Art Diggs. You said 179 little 2026s. Aunt Jackie, you said 39. Glorious Locks, you said 124. Let's see. Is it Reese Kingdom? I think it's Kingdom Living. It's cutting you off, girl. But thank you for my 2026s. Charlotte Allen, Finesse Your Mess, Tony Wimbo, The Vogue Room, Rochelle, Tamiko, Brittany, Robin, Living Life with Shanita, Deborah, and Unique Monique. Thank you guys so much for contributing to the live goal. I appreciate that tremendously. Okay. But yes, money. Oh, some of y'all already follow me. I just see my follower count go up on the Money Mama page. So I will start posting on there tomorrow. And if y'all, and also if any of you guys make a new account, please tell me in the comments over here so that way I can follow your new accounts too. Okay. And we can support one another. But yeah, we're going to see how fast we can get to 10,000 followers on these accounts. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 12 noon. I'm in the Central Standard Time Zone. We're going to continue with script structure training. Okay. Bye, everybody. Good night. And thank you for everybody that sent a comment, that sent a heart me, and sent me a gift. I appreciate you guys tremendously so much. Everybody watching me on Instagram, thank you guys so much too.